Police are searching for a suspect after a hit-and-run crash killed one woman and then left another in critical condition. Police say the suspect was speeding in a stolen Jeep Liberty at about 6 o'clock last night when the driver blew through a stop sign and collided with a Hyundai. This is at 33rd and Walnut. The Hyundai then crashed into a house. The passenger, a 65-year-old woman, did die at the scene. The 48-year-old driver of the Hyundai was rushed to the hospital with serious injuries. And then the people inside the Jeep ran off. Milwaukee police are trying to figure out if they had been pursuing that Jeep earlier in the day. They say the Jeep was not being pursued at the time of this crash. It's 5:03. Milwaukee police chases are up five-fold compared to the same time last year. Officers have already conducted 253 vehicle pursuits in 2018. At this point last year, there were just 51. The increase in chases correlates to a policy change that happened last year that allows officers to start a pursuit in cases of reckless driving or mobile drug dealing. Milwaukee Police Department's new chief, Alfonso Morales, says the mobile drug dealing has become a phenomenon in the city of Milwaukee.
We are looking to make sure we send that message that it's very dangerous to flee and you're going to be held accountable.
According to a report from the Fire and Police Commission, even with more chases happening last year, fewer people got hurt.
Also new, an overnight house fire on Milwaukee's north side. It happened at a two-story home near 5th and Burleigh. The house is vacant and no one was hurt. The Fire and Police Commission deciding that they will not redo the process to confirm Police Chief Alfonso Morales. Two aldermen claim the initial appointment violated open meeting laws. Morales will serve as chief through the end of former Chief Ed Flynn's unfinished term in 2020.
Students across the country plan to walk out of class today at 10 a.m. to try to bring attention to those who have lost their lives to gun violence in schools. Local walkouts are planned at Oconomowoc, Shorewood, and Rufus King high schools. Today also marks the 19th anniversary of the massacre at Columbine High School, where two senior students opened fire inside that Colorado school and killed 12 students and one teacher.
Happening today, a man accused of using brass knuckles to beat a woman in a grocery store parking lot will be sentenced. Prosecutors say Corey Leon Thomas brutally attacked a woman sitting in her car in a Greenfield parking lot on her birthday. Now, she was able to fight the attackers off with pepper spray. Police say Thomas is believed to be connected to 4 attempted carjackings over the summer. Also in court today, a former Oak Creek High School teacher and basketball coach will be sentenced. Michael Jossie pled guilty in January to having sex with a 15-year-old girl multiple times, including at least once at the school.
The Brown Deer Police Department officially has eyes in the sky. They posted this video of their first successful flight of their new drone. They posted this to Twitter. The department hopes to use that drone for police, fire, and EMS services.
Going out of business, sales begin at Boston stores and other Bon-Ton stores today. If you have gift cards, use them as soon as possible. Sales are expected to last 10 to 12 weeks, both in stores and online. All stores are to be closed no later than August 31st.
It's 5:06 this morning. Grab an old bike and take it down to the lakefront. Let's take a live look now at the Lake Express Ferry. And the Lake Express Ferry will be holding its annual bike donation drive today. The first 500 people to donate a gently used bike will get a free round-trip ferry ticket. And usually that promotion is so popular, you'll see people lined up early to donate their bikes. Coming up on Live at Daybreak on today's TMJ4.
A strong Texas woman, how thousands are planning to honor former First Lady Barbara Bush.
And then up next, the woman behind bars this morning after a national manhunt for murder.
And taking a live look outside, it is definitely going to be a much nicer day than we've seen this past week. Meteorologist Josh Worster has your storm team forecast coming up.
You're watching today's TMJ4 with Susan Kim, Vince Vitrano, Elise Preston, and Storm Team 4 meteorologist Brian Miznansky.
It's 5:10. Thousands will be honoring former First Lady Barbara Bush. She will lie in repose today. The public viewing will be held from noon until midnight at St. Martin's Episcopal Church in Houston. The Bush family has been members there since 1964. Mrs. Bush died on Tuesday at her home in Houston. She was 92 years old. And live coverage of Barbara Bush's funeral service will start at 11 o'clock tomorrow, and that will be right here on today's TMJ4. Looking ahead now, a federal judge in California will hold a hearing today to decide whether Stormy Daniels' lawsuit against Michael Cohen and President Trump will be delayed. The adult film actress is asking that a non-disclosure agreement regarding an alleged sexual encounter between her and Trump be dissolved. Daniels argues the agreement is void because Trump never signed it. And this morning, police are trying to figure out why an accused murderer was shoot and killed two deputies who were just eating lunch. It happened in Trenton, Florida yesterday. Investigators say the gunman shot the two deputies through a restaurant window. Police found the accused gunman dead outside. It's 5:11 new this morning. A grandmother accused of murder in Minnesota and Florida has now been arrested. 56-year-old Lois Rice was found in a South Padre Island, Texas restaurant. Last night, a witness who spotted her called in a tip to police. Rice was the subject of a national manhunt after allegedly murdering her husband and a woman in Florida. Well, 5:11 still ahead this morning on today's TMJ4. Celebrating Earth Day, the event's taking place locally to help Mother Earth. Plus, back on track, the Milwaukee Bucks are back on home court this morning looking for a win. How the city plans to welcome the team to the BMO Harris Bradley Center.
And another sunny day on the way for the day today. Grab the sunglasses as you head to work, and of course when you're going home. A little patchy fog this morning, but nothing too widespread. 40s and 50s for our inland areas this afternoon, and we continue to climb from here. Your 7-day forecast next. Well, the Bucks are home tonight for the first time in the NBA playoffs. Game 3 will be at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. Tonight, the Bucks dropped the first 2 games in Boston. Sean Gallagher is live at the Bradley Center with more. Sean, is Bango awake yet?
I don't think he is awake yet. I mean, I wouldn't be either. He's just sleeping tight over there, enjoying himself. I mean, I think he probably enjoys the buzz that's going on here, too. That's like his life. But, yeah, the buzz is all here at the Bradley Center, and tip-off still probably like 15 hours away as the Bucks bring home Game 3. And I'm joined now with CMO Dustin Gotze. I mean, how excited are you guys to have the playoffs back here in Milwaukee?
It's incredible for us. You know, this is what the season is all about, is postseason, and, you know, to have a full house in here and you know, really be able to send off, hopefully, the BMO Harris Bradley Center in style.
Yeah, that's a big thing, too. Obviously, you guys celebrating 50 seasons, but this is the last season at the Bradley Center. How important would it be to kind of get some wins here to send out the Bradley Center in style? You know, we want momentum going into the new arena next year. So, you know, for us, we want to extend this playoffs run as long as we can. Hopefully we'll get a couple wins here and be back on next Thursday for Game 6. Yeah, and it's a couple tough losses in Boston, but how important is it to kind of get the home crowd going for this team? Look, they say, you know, a playoff series doesn't start until the home team loses. So for us, we've got to hold court here. You know, we'll have a packed house tonight and Sunday, and the atmosphere in this building for a playoff game is something, you know, players from the opposing teams quite honestly get shook a little bit when they come in and see how loud this building gets for the playoffs. So we're excited to see that again tonight. Awesome. Dustin, thank you very much, and we'll try to get Bango up. Bango! It's time to get up. Game time. Game time, Bango. There we go, buddy. There we go. Everybody going to be ready for the game tonight. Bango probably going to need an energy drink or a coffee or something to hold him through until 8:30. That's tip-off. And if you want to go to the, they have a pep rally here at 6 o'clock, 4th and State Street. And you're definitely going to want to be there. Don't want to miss it. At the Bradley Center, Sean Gallagher, today's TMJ4.
So Bango just needed the Sean Gallagher wake-up call.
Right?
Really, that's it. All right, thanks, Sean. Get ready for some football. The Green Bay Packers will start their 2018 season at home with a visit from the Chicago Bears. The season opening game against the Bears is scheduled for prime time on September 9th. It is the Packers' 100th season celebration next year, so the Packers will also finish the regular season against the Detroit Lions. Celebrating 100 seasons of football.
That's incredible.
Yeah, hopefully it will be just one of the most memorable ones ever. Right, Josh?
Rest in the Super Bowl run, right?
Yes.
Got to do it again. Hard to believe we're talking football already, but we are when temperatures and
April are down into the 20s, 22 in Watertown with, again, snow on the ground for just about everyone, 30 in Port Washington. Most of us at or below freezing. Watch for a few slick spots. I think maybe mainly your driveway and the sidewalks, these areas that don't have the salt residue on them. We've been watching the cameras, and kind of the main traveled roads seem to be doing all right this morning. Milwaukee and south on the lakefront, we're still sitting above freezing. Now, most of us, as far as visibilities, are still doing all right this morning, but Green Lake down to 8 miles. Still not bad, but I think that's an indication that we're going to start to see a little bit of fog form. We melted a lot of snow yesterday. That moisture in the air just kind of hanging there will probably turn into some fog later on this morning. So future forecast, notice just a very calm wind. That's a perfect recipe for the fog to develop later on this morning, but we get a lot of sunshine. Here's 8 o'clock, very calm conditions, and we really stay that way. Only about 5 miles an hour for the winds for most of the day today. Notice by the noon hour, that breeze off the lake, that will hold lakefront temperatures down a touch, so it'll be a little bit cooler than where we were yesterday. Our inland areas, though, a little bit warmer than where we were yesterday. So a nice day in store, continuing all the way through the evening time frame. We have a lot of sunshine. Now, by tomorrow morning, notice the clouds drifting in. Some of this a little cloud cover, some of this probably a little fog as well, but we will see the clouds increase for your Saturday. Not going to complain about it. We just had 2 snowstorms in the past week. So a little bit more cloud cover for your Saturday, but then the good news, the sunshine is back for Sunday. High pressure in control today. It slowly drifts off, keeping control of the weather all day for your Friday. Now we are watching the storm system, not really for us. It's staying way down to our south, but that cloud shield just kind of being pushed into our area for Saturday. You can see that here. So really the only impacts. Now today we have a lot of sunshine. By Sunday and Monday we'll have a lot of sunshine. Check this out. UV index up to a 6. What does that mean? In the noon sun, 40 minutes you can get a little color, so not the temperature really that matters. It's more the sun angle, which for right now similar to late August, early September. 45 today on the lakefront, 54 for our inland areas with more sunshine. Tonight again, watch for some of that fog to develop down to 35. I think a lot of us do stay above that freezing mark. Even our inland areas maybe getting close to, but I don't think dropping way below it. Nice weekend, 47 and 51. That would be for the lakefront. Check out the inland temperatures, 54 and 57. So a great weekend all the way around. Again, just a few more clouds for Saturday. Not going to complain about it. Monday and Tuesday, 50s return, even 60s for our inland areas. Now, most of Tuesday is dry. I think late in the day of Tuesday, probably dinner time or after, a few scattered showers that continue through Wednesday. Maybe an isolated shower for Thursday, but nothing significant, and a temperature, yep, for all of us, even the lakefront areas, pushing 60 degrees by Thursday. On the roads this morning, nothing too bad out there. Hale to the Zoo, 5 minutes. Moreland to Marquette at 10. Downtown to Layton Ave, 6 minutes this morning.
All right, thanks, Josh. It's 5:20 for today's health. Many people are choosing not to take opioids after surgery. Researchers at the Mayo Clinic surveyed nearly 2,000 surgical patients. Nearly a third said they used none of the pain medications they were prescribed. The majority of those who did take opioids did not finish their prescriptions. However, very few patients disposed of any unused pills. And researchers recommend men wear earplugs when attending outdoor music festivals. They found men were more prone to hearing loss at these concerts than women, especially if they used drugs or alcohol. That's because as the men drank more, they tended to stand closer to the loudspeakers.
High winds are causing big problems for thousands of music fans at Coachella. The music festival closed down campsites. Festival goers were stranded by the winds. They took refuge in a Walmart parking lot. They made the best of the situation, though, naming this year's festival Parking Lot Chella. Looking ahead now, tomorrow you can thank the earth. Experts say it's a good time to evaluate your energy use. For example, if you're always leaving the lights on, try upgrading to connected lighting. Smart bulbs can be programmed and controlled all through an app.
Well, you can help celebrate tomorrow by joining in on a river cleanup. The Milwaukee Riverkeeper Spring Cleanup will be from 9 a.m. to noon. You can help pull trash and debris from the Milwaukee, Menominee, and Kinnickinnic rivers and riverbanks. The Spring Cleanup event is the first community-wide effort to improve river health and water quality. And it's going to be a great day for that.
Right, I know. Sometimes it can be really, really cold, but it looks like the forecast calls for comfortable conditions. Up next on Live at Daybreak on today's TMJ4.
Summerfest announcement. More headliners coming to the largest music festival in the world.
Also up next, an odd de-stressor. The bar opening its doors for future lumberjack enthusiasts.
It's 5:25. The Fearless Girl is getting a new home. She's been facing off with the Charging Bull sculpture on Wall Street for a year now. sending a message of empowerment and equality. Well, she was only supposed to be on display for a few days, but she was so popular with the public. Now the city's found a permanent location for the statue about 3 blocks away, facing the Stock Exchange. She'll be relocated by the end of the year. OAR is back at Summerfest this year. The largest music festival in the world has officially announced the lineup for the Briggs & Stratton Big Backyard Stage. Now, some of the other top headliners are Gavin DeGraw and Great White. Summerfest is just 68 days away.
Happening today, a grand opening for Southeast Wisconsin's first axe throwing bar. Lumber Axe is located on Blue Mound. They'll have axe throwing, escape rooms, and a wide variety of craft beers. The grand opening is this afternoon at 3 o'clock. You know, that's good for a Friday, right? Work off some aggression from the work week.
And it'll be a good workout, although I don't think an axe that I threw would even make it close to the board.
Well, you got to practice.
It's 5:27. Up next on today's TMJ4.
The animals in need of a voluntary home, or else they could be killed.
Plus, a sign of progress, the work that could soon be taking place on the Foxconn plant. It's 5:27. More Live at Daybreak is next.
And let's take a live look right now outside of downtown Milwaukee, and we're on our way to a beautiful day. Here's a little music from Gavin DeGraw, who will be at Summerfest this year.
Right now, from Milwaukee, this is today's TMJ4, Live at Daybreak.
And now at 5:30, grand opening. Wisconsin's first hemp store officially opens its doors today.
Plus, we're following breaking news this morning out of Racine after a break-in at a dealership ends in a crash.
And let's take another live look, this one outside. And boy, look at the gorgeous sunrise that's taking place already at 5:30 on your Friday. It is gorgeous. You are watching Live at Daybreak on today's TMJ4. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Susan Kim.
And I'm Elise Preston in for Vince Vitrano. Let's go ahead and get a start of weather and traffic together with meteorologist Josh Worster. Happy Friday, Josh.
Happy Friday. You guys saw that sunrise shot, not a cloud out there, and I think that's the trend for more of the day today. Take a look in Waukesha right now. Yesterday at this time, we showed you this same road, and it looked like it had a little ice on it. Not the case this morning. The potential for a little refreeze, I think your driveway and the sidewalks, those places that don't have the salt residue on there to help it off. So kids heading out to the bus stop, keep that in mind. 32 degrees the temperature, wind chill, a few degrees cooler, but still not terrible. Milwaukee and south down the lakefront sitting above freezing. The rest of us at or below freezing this morning. If you're heading down to Miller Park for the game today, should be a really good one, at least compared to what we have had. Tailgating temperature about 50 degrees. Sunny and pleasant. First pitch against the Marlins, 7:10 tonight. We'll be into the 40s, so enjoy that. Or if you're heading downtown for the Bucks game, of course, good night for that as well. Drive times this morning, doing all right. Capitol Marquette, 4 minutes. Good Hope to the Zoo at 9, and Late Nav to downtown at 6 minutes.
All right, thanks very much, Josh. We are following breaking news right now. A break-in at a dealership in Racine ended in a crash on Milwaukee's south side.
Lauren Winfrey is live at Racine Hyundai in Mount Pleasant with more information. Lauren, what can you tell us?
Hey, Susan and Elise, it's clear that there was some sort of break-in here. If you just take a look over my shoulder here, there's broken glass, shattered glass all over the ground here. A huge break in that glass window, and we saw police on the inside dusting for fingerprints. We're still working to get information, but what we have confirmed with DOT is that there was a chase this morning from Racine County in the village of Mount Pleasant to Milwaukee County. And once in Milwaukee, we did notice that MPD and the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office, they picked up that chase. They set up a perimeter near 22nd and Howard. We also noticed that there were some canines out there searching the area. Again, we are still working to get more information, and reports indicate that one person may be in custody, but we'll have more for you throughout the morning. Reporting in Racine County, Lauren Winfrey, today's TMJ4.
All right, Lauren, thanks very much. Police in West Allis need your help finding a theft suspect. The crime happened near 60th and Greenfield. The man pictured here was last seen getting into a white Chevy Impala. You're asked to call West Allis Police or Crime Stoppers if you do know anything about this case.
Former Packers running back Ahman Green sentenced to 18 months of probation for disorderly conduct and criminal damage to property. Green was charged after an argument with his 15-year-old daughter last summer when she refused to do the dishes. According to the criminal complaint, Green admitted to police he hit the child with an open palm while trying to discipline her.
A dispute between Marquette University and a suspended professor is now in the hands of the Wisconsin Supreme Court. John McAdams has not been able to return to his job after he wrote a blog post in 2014 that slammed a student instructor for telling another student that he did not have the right to speak in opposition to gay rights. McAdams argues that his blog post is covered by something called academic freedom in his employment contract.
If academic freedom means anything at all, it has to mean that he cannot be fired for writing that blog post.
You don't paint a target on the back of a student, put her out in front of a hostile audience so that she can receive vile and horrific threats.
The Wisconsin Supreme Court is expected to make a decision on this case by July. McAdams said that if he wins, he will return to Marquette.
The village of Mukwonago says they do not want to kill a family of beavers, but it might be their only option. Beavers built a dam across the Walmart in Mukwonago. It caused the field to flood, and now the stormwater retention ponds are at risk of flooding also. Those are filled with contaminated water, which the village says would get into the Mukwonago and Fox rivers. They say there's limited options in trapping and relocating the beavers, so the board has approved the option of killing the animals.
Short of someone willing to partner with us, our options are very limited, and our number one priority needs to be protecting the stormwater system and the waterway that everyone in this area enjoys.
The village is hoping someone with a farm or large property will volunteer to take the beavers. Otherwise, they say they will be killed in the next few weeks.
A sign of progress in Racine County. Foxconn signage is now up on this factory in Mount Pleasant. Work is expected to begin soon on the company. The huge new massive LCD screen manufacturing plant is going up near I-94.
536, a museum, fitness center, and heliport. Just a few of the amenities planned at the new Haribo Gummy Bear plant in Pleasant Prairie. According to our news partners at the Milwaukee Business Journal, a groundbreaking is expected next year. The facility will initially have up to 450 employees working 3 shifts.
Happening today, Wisconsin's first hemp shop will open its doors in Black River Falls. The company will be selling food, vapes, and creams, all made with oil from the plant. The CBD oil does not produce a high, which is found in marijuana. Some experts say it has medicinal benefits. It's 5:36, and coming up next on Live at Daybreak on today's TMJ4.
New revelations in the death of music superstar Prince, what investigators say happened.
And then also ahead this morning, Barbie's secret, why the internet is going crazy after newly released information about the doll. We have more Live at Daybreak on today's TMJ4 coming up next. And at 5:37, let's take a live look inside the BMO Harris Bradley Center. It is hopping this morning because the Bucks playoff series returns home to Milwaukee for Game 3 tonight. We've got all things Bucks coming up for you on Live at Daybreak.
You're watching today's TMJ4 with Vince Petrano, Susan Kim, Elise Preston.
And welcome back. New revelations in the death of music superstar Prince. Authorities reveal that Prince might not have known that he was taking the extremely powerful drug fentanyl that killed him.
Prosecutors announced yesterday no criminal charges would be made in the music superstar's death. After a 2-year investigation, prosecutors were unable to determine where it came from.
In all likelihood, Prince had no idea he was taking a counterfeit pill that could kill him. We have no direct evidence that a specific person provided the fentanyl to Prince.
So Prince's doctor has denied any wrongdoing, but did agree to a $30,000 fine and 2 years of monitoring for prescribing Percocet to Prince's friend and bodyguard, allegedly for Prince's use.
We expect new reaction today to former FBI Director James Comey's memos about his interactions with President Trump. Some media outlets got them last night just before midnight. President Trump tweeted that the memos prove there was no collusion or obstruction. Leaders of the three committees who got the memos, all Republicans, say the notes show Comey never felt obstructed or threatened by Trump. It's 5:41. Coming up next on Live at Daybreak on today's TMJ4.
A longtime secret exposed, the newly leaked information about the famous Barbie doll.
Then pucker up, this hour viral challenge taken over by Milwaukee Sports.
And another great day on tap for the day today. As you head out to work, watch for a little patchy fog. It's not widespread by any means, but grab the sunglasses. A lot of sunshine today as we climb to the 40s, even the 50s inland, and we continue to warm up from here. Your full forecast coming up next.
It's 5:44. The Bucks are home tonight for the first time in the NBA playoffs. The Bucks dropped the first two games in Boston, but tonight could be a different story. Game 3 is at the BMO Harris Bradley Center tonight, and Sean Gallagher is live there with more. Sean, you've got a basketball in your hands. You've got some skills.
Yeah, not too bad. I'm trying to see what I can do here. I'm getting the high-flying hoopers out. You want to come down here, Dylan? Here we go. I mean, they're enjoying themselves. It's early, but they are getting it going. Bang! First try. Not too bad, guys. So I'm joined again with Dustin Godsey. I mean, how excitement already building. I mean, how pumped are you?
This is what we work all year for. So it's really exciting to have the energy here already this morning. But it's going to build the next 15 hours until tip-off, whatever it is. So, sold out crowd tonight, really excited to have playoff basketball here.
Yeah, and all these chairs in here, you got the T-shirts. Kind of tell me, I mean, are you guys looking for a blackout?
Yeah, so we'll have, Fear the Deer here tonight, so every fan will have these black T-shirts on, so, create that playoff atmosphere, intimidation. Same thing again on Sunday. Different T-shirts, but, the black T-shirts throughout. Again, just create that playoff intensity.
How important is the crowd to kind of the home court in the NBA?
It's absolutely huge, and you heard a lot of the players talk about it yesterday, how much they feed off the energy of the crowd, especially here. This building gets so loud during, really during regular season, but during playoffs especially, it gets crazy, and so they need that energy, as they look to take a couple wins at home and head back to Boston next week.
Yeah, let's hope for that. Well, Dustin, thank you very much, and game tips off tonight at 8:30, and they have a block party here on 4th and State. That's at 6 o'clock, and you won't want to miss that. Live at the Bradley Center, Sean Gallagher, today's TMJ4.